Hey there, CEOs. It's your guy, Rachel L. Gary, coming to talk to you a little bit about what is social media doing. They're stealing from us, guys. And in this episode, I'm going to tell you how you stop them from stealing from you. Now, back to the theft of social media. It's the theft of something that is worth more than money. Our time, our attention. And while you're building habits, anything that is taking you away from your goals is a thief. Oh yeah, it's a thief. And what I'm going to do is give you some tricks, some helpful tips that will keep you secure. All right. So let's get into it. We know that I am big on habits, big on goal setting, and today's not going to be any different, guys. But today I'm going to help you understand how social media is stealing from you and how you can check on the thief and keep them from stealing your valuable, precious gems of time. So I have been looking into years ago when I first decided that I was going to be the CEO of my life. And by being the CEO, I had to make some drastic decisions and some cuts in things that did not serve me and serve my purpose. And what I realized is that the number one thing was my time. It was the time that I gave to employers, the time that I gave to my kids, the times that I gave myself to grow, and the time that I needed to develop. And what I realized was that when the emergence of social media, I spent a whole lot of time scrolling, swiping left, scrolling, laughing at other people's lives, laughing at other people's activities, and before I knew it, it was an hour or two later. If you don't believe me, take a look at your usage on whichever media stream that you like the most. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whichever one of those social media platforms that you spend the most time on. Take a look at your time of usage. So what I did years ago was I looked at my time of usage on Facebook. I spent a lot of time on Facebook. It's my social media drug of choice. So I was on social media in a 7-day period. Guys, don't judge me. I was on Facebook 70 hours a week. So let's put some math behind it. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 7 days in a week. I'm going to do some quick math for us all. That's 168 hours. I spent 40 of them working. I spent 70 of them on social media. And let's be transparent. Back then I was working probably 55 to 60 hours a week. So if I was working 55, 60 hours a week, and I had 70 hours of social media, we had 130 hours a week. When was I sleeping? When was I eating? When was I spending time with my family? So what I realized at that point in time, that since social media was being a thief of 70 hours of my life a week, I'm not the only one in this boat, so y'all don't judge me out there, because you guys are in the same boat with me. Well, I'll say the old me. I jumped off that boat. I jumped off of and got out of the mix of that boat. I swam to shore, got the sand off me, and right now I spend a whopping 1 hour a week on social media. So I want to make sure that video is posted of my screenshot of my social media time, because I felt that they were stealing from my mind, and they're stealing from yours as well. So what did I do? Built the habit. I decided what I was going to replace and how I was going to replace it. So when I felt like, Facebook, so let's start with, when you look at your phone, where is your Facebook app? Is it in your first section on when you log into your phone? Is it on page 1, page 2, page 3? So what I did for my Facebook app is I put it in the middle of my pages. So that's like when you swipe it on your phone, you got page 1, you got page 2, because you have so many apps on your phone that it's only a limited amount of space that they can fit on one page. So I put it in on page 7. I put a whole lot of things in between it, and where I had the Facebook app on my phone, I put my task manager there. And I started placing tasks on my task manager. Guys, as I said, if you're trying to break old habits, you must replace them with new ones. And then you must be in action towards them. So all of these things I'm telling you about are in our course. The Begin course here, we teach about habit building. We teach about replacing old habits with new habits that are going to allow you to be more productive in your life and be a better CEO. But that's what we train, is what we teach. And we teach things that we've actually done ourselves. So when I put that in the Facebook spot, every time I got ready to go to Facebook, task manager pop up. Now, in the beginning, I want to tell you, I was like, what the heck is my Facebook thing? And I'm scrolling. By the time I got to page 6 of scrolling, I didn't even feel like looking for it anymore. So, task manager. So I hit task manager. So I was hitting task manager probably like 10, 15 times a day, because that's how many times I was going into Facebook. What I did was start putting tasks on it that were important. So I said, okay, I want to read strategic marketing. I'll use that for instance. That's one of the several books that I have been reading over the last couple of months. So I go in there looking, I say, okay, all right. So I click in there. Okay, I got a task to complete. Okay, so I do the task that's there. Then I check it off. I said, okay. Then I go do something else. Then I'm like, okay. So I want to see what's going on Facebook. So I go and click it. As I said, we do a lot of things subconsciously. When you train your brain to do something, it just does it automatically. Like, have you ever been in a car? And the next thing you know, you're at a destination, you don't know how you got there, but it's someplace you go often, because we train our brains how to do things. We do a lot of things in our life subconsciously. We choose subconsciously, we sleep subconsciously, we do a lot of things subconsciously. It's all about the habits that we've taught our brain to do. So as you want to get better or faster at something, you train your brain to do it, and you do it repeatedly over time, and then your brain will do it automatically. So same thing with getting rid of habits and changing your habits up. You replace one thing with something else, and you continually do it continuously. And you will eventually kick something that's old and begin something that's new. So that doesn't matter whatever habit that you're trying to work on, or whatever behavior you're trying to train your brain to do. So every day for about a week, go to the task manager. Now let me tell you what took place in that week. Now what took place in that week is that Facebook has stopped stealing my week of time. So for that 70 hours that I was giving Facebook, or allowing them to steal my attention, I had given my attention over to some things that I had to get done. And what I noticed after that week is that I wasn't overwhelmed on Saturday or Sunday trying to cram everything that I had to go get done, like washing, groceries, budgeting, building things for my kids. Let's be honest, guys, I don't have any babies. I have grown up adults. However, the older they get, you gotta still spend time. You gotta still keep a relationship, because we're all drifting on different paths. And I want to still stay connected. And I was picking up my grandkids, hanging out with them a lot more, because I had kicked Facebook out of my brain, so they would stop stealing my attention, and I started putting my attention towards things that were more important. And I'll say it took a clean, to be as honest as possible, to make clean like 14 days to really get to a point where Facebook stopped even being important. I stopped even noticing I wasn't checking Facebook. People will ask me questions. Hey, didn't you see that on Facebook? Nah, I didn't. And so at that point, I had built a new habit. So when I wanted to take care of things, I put it on my task list. If that went from laundry, that went from making sure I was at meetings, making sure that I went to networking events, making sure that I finished the book, make sure that I was writing my training courses, making sure that I was doing anything. I added to my task list, and every time I had trained my brain to go to my task list at least 3 to 4 times a day. So those old habits where I was clicking on Facebook, I was actually now clicking on my task manager, reading through my tasks, completing tasks on an everyday basis. And it allowed me to be more productive. So I'm telling you, if you want to stop Facebook from stealing your time, replace your old habits with new habits. And if you want to know more about how to build those habits, there are links down here where I talk about Begin. And Begin is our 5 parts system that teaches you how to be more successful in your life. It gives you tools. We teach habit building. We teach things on how to correctly format goals, and we teach you how to keep distractions like Facebook away from your success. So if you're looking to be more financially stable, getting closer to your financial goals, trying to lose weight, trying to do anything that involves changing your habits, click the link below, and believe me, one of my team will will ask you some questions, try to figure out a lot about what you have going on, and then from there we determine if we're a good fit. Everybody's not going to be a good fit, but what I will say is what we do well is taking information that you definitely can get out there on the internet. So I'm not trying to tell you that this information isn't out there. It's out there. But the length of time you're going to spend looking for it, digesting it, and getting it all aligned properly is going to take you a lot longer than coming in to working with my team and understanding the Begin framework, get trained, get some discipline, get some tools. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to guide determined individuals like yourself who are tired of Facebook stealing their time, tired of Instagram stealing their time, and who are ready to take their time back and start making their time into lucrative money for you. So until next time, I want you to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.